Are you in your 20s but you're not so sure how to invest your money? It's a confusing world out there, right? And I know I've been getting a lot of questions asking, well, Dan, what should I invest in? Is it, what do you think of cryptocurrencies? What do you think of Forex trading? What do you think of penny stocks? What do you think about this type of investments? And very often, I don't invest in any of those things because, quite frankly, I don't believe in them, right? A lot of times people forget the fundamentals and they always chasing the shiny objects, right? They think that it's gonna be the latest whatever investment schemes. And it takes you a long time thinking about it with whatever you do to accumulate the limited capital, the money that you have. And yet you can lose that money just like that. So my goal for you is to make sure that you don't make those mistakes. If you wanna learn from me, listen carefully, right? Today I'm gonna share with you 3 strategies on how do you invest the money that you have in your 20s. Strategy number 1. When you're in your 20s, I know that it feels like you don't have a lot of time, but you actually have more time than you think. One of the things that you have working for you is time. You can use and leverage the power of compound interest. So strategy number 1, and that is investing in increasing your income. You see, when you're in your 20s, if you could make more money, if you can increase your income, what does that do? It gives you more money to invest. So instead of worrying way too much about getting the maximum return, why don't you invest in yourself? Now, maybe for some it's reading a book, maybe it's learning public speaking, right? Joining a local Toastmasters, learning your communication skill. Maybe also going to certain networking functions and developing your network and expanding your contact list because your network equals your net worth. So maybe you want to do that. There are a lot of things that you can invest to increase your income. Don't go so rushing into the marketplace and buying all kinds of investment things like that and gimmicks. Don't do that. Invest in yourself. You'll always get the maximum return when you are investing in yourself. Now, it might mean different things to different people. So comment below, how could you invest in yourself? How could you invest to increase your income? Maybe learning new skill sets, whatever it might be. Comment below. Strategy number 2, focus on the big 3. See, there are 3 types of investments in this world. And these 3 types of investments have created more billionaires and millionaires than anything else. They are businesses, stocks, and real estate. That is it. Businesses, stocks, and real estate. These 3 categories, these are what I call the big 3, right? You look at most wealthy people's portfolio, they have these 3 things. Now, there are a few exceptions where they might have a few other things, but pretty much almost all wealthy people either created their wealth or they now hold their wealth in these 3 categories. So there you go. Success leaves clues. So stop paying attention to so much noise out there, especially when you see someone, a buddy of yours on Facebook or whatever, try to sell whatever they've got talking about this thing. They're not wealthy, right? You look at the wealthy people, what do they invest in? How do they invest in it, right? You don't need fancy techniques. Now, within stocks, within businesses, within real estate, there are so many different categories, right? And maybe we can go into this more in the future. If this is something that you want, make sure you comment below. So within that, you might want to pick a certain categories that it makes sense to you, that you want to master. Because last thing you want to do is you want to invest something that you don't understand. That is very, very stupid, right? Always only invest in something that you understand. Take some time to understand it. And you don't have to understand everything, by the way. Forget, no one can master everything within real estate, everything within the stock category. I mean, there's so much to study, right? When in doubt, keep it very, very simple. Strategy number 3. I believe you need 3 types of financial plans. Most people have got 0 financial planning. There are 3 types of plans that you need. Now, if you've read my book, F You Money, you know some things that I'm talking about. The very first plan that you need, everybody needs, is a plan for get rich certain. That's correct. Get rich certain. Now, what do I mean by that? It means that it is something that is a plan that you know for sure. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do to make money. It doesn't matter if you're a business owner. It doesn't matter if you're working for somebody else. Every single one of us needs to have a little side business. I call it side business investing. So get rich certain. It means that you're putting some money aside. You're investing perhaps in a low-cost index fund. In 30, 40 years, especially if you start in your 20s, you know that you would have accumulated a nest egg. You know you would be comfortable. You know you could retire. That's good. It's not the only plan, but most people don't even have this plan. So get rich certain. We don't want it to be fancy. We want it to be set it, forget it kind of plan, right? We don't touch it. You don't need to talk about this at dinner party. You should not be talking about your latest investment at the reunion and parties, things like that. It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be like that. Nice and boring. That's good. Get rich certain. Then you have the second plan, which is what I call get rich smart. Get rich smart, now you are much more involved. Think about get rich certain, that's passive. Get rich smart, you're a little bit more active. You're more like an active investor. You're learning, right? The more skills you have, the more sophisticated you become as an investor, the higher the return you'll be able to generate. Get rich smart. And then you have a plan for get rich fast. Get rich fast. So I want you to think about it this way. Get rich certain, 30-year plan. Get rich smart, 10, 20-year plan. And then you have the get rich fast, a 5, 7-year plan. You cannot just say, well, Dan, forget it. I don't want a 20, 30-year plan. Just give me the quick one. It doesn't work that way. Because with the get rich fast, it requires a different level of skills. Also, sometimes it might require just a little bit more risk. You don't just want to do this. You need to do this one first. Let's make sure in 30, 40 years, you're gonna win. No matter what happens to these investments, you're gonna win, right? This is your safety net. Great. And it's so simple, right? A little bit of money aside, a few $100 a month, depends on how much you earn. Aside in 34 years, you're set. Great. In the meantime, let's work on that 10, 20-year plan, what we could do to be more an active investor. Pick a category out of the big 3 that you want to focus on. Do that, right? Great. And then you have a plan for get rich fast. That's the 5, 7-year plan. What could you do to earn more? Earn a lot more than what you're earning right now. How could you double, triple your income every few years? So you can earn more and you can put that money in different buckets, right? Now you can put that into different plans. That's it. Nothing fancy. That's the best way to invest. Forget about all that noise on social media. Keep it very, very simple. Investing is not supposed to be an exciting thing. Keep it boring. It should be very repetitive. People asking you, well, how's your investment going? Same. In a few years, how's it going? Well, kind of same. That's a good response. But it shouldn't be, oh man, last week it did this. Oh no, last 2 months it did that. That's not a sophisticated investor. That is a naive, stupid amateur. That's not what we do. If you want me to make more videos on investing, make sure you comment below and hit the like button. If this is the first time you are watching my video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Every single day we upload a video for you. So hit the subscribe button and go ahead and watch the other videos right now.